I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready, I'm ready.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's Jackson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Oh, battled at the line and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. On the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key, and you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there. But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Tough end of that play. He had his eyes on that first down marker, but he lost his luggage along the way.
Left it behind, so to speak. I like your analogy there, but here's the key. As he's maneuvering, as he's picking up the first down, as he's gaining yardage, what's the one thing he forgot about?
Ball security.
Exactly. Everything else working perfectly, and he forgot the most important piece. And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, We've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6, 7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. For a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From midfield, here's Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Brady again. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Steps away to his left.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And finally down at the 36-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, now Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Being chased out left. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
Dancing to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty.